HefTV. YouTube.com/Lord Hefty.
Isn't it possible I'm just a person? I'm none of those labels. Maybe I'm just a person. A person just as important and as valid as anybody else that's calling me that shit, or anybody else that's fucking posting that shit in the comment section. Just as important as valid as the person who's watching this goddamn video right now. Maybe we're all equal. Maybe we're all just as fucking sane. Maybe we're just fucking crazy people walking around in a world that doesn't make any sense, trying to make fucking sense of it, just trying to minimize the damage we do to everybody else. Maybe that's what I am. Maybe I'm none of those fucking labels. Maybe I'm just an empathic, kind, caring person who's trying to make sense of this crazy fucking world.
Yeah, that's right. Your cat.
A cat.
Judy poo tumbles his cat.
He's a fucking dick.
He's a piece of shit, Judy.
He really is.
But I love the last podcast on Lost. Those guys are great. Those guys are really great. All right. Well, I guess if nobody else has any issues, we'll get her going now. I guess. Do one of these first. There we go. You're loving on that cap, aren't you? I don't know. All right. Well, sure. I lost my place. Oh, yeah. What's up, YouTube? It's your buttery voiced host, HefTV. It's Friday, which means it's podcast day, which also means joined by me, as always, is...
Oh, it's almost...
And...
Millennial Mike again.
Yay, he's using his big boy voice today. Good job.
Yelling.
He's yelling.
My God.
That is Millennial Mike yelling.
That's
everybody.
like him screaming.
He's very. Thank you, Mike, for using your big boy voice today. It's always good to have you guys here, as always. And
Always good to be here.
yeah, everybody's doing well. It's a beautiful day out there. Millennial
I
is
had nothing better to do.
He had nothing better to do, so he's slumming with us today. Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, man.
So today, we're gonna start with a subject that I wanted to talk about last week, but wasn't able to. And to kind of play ball, I'm not gonna name names, but I will tell you a story. So 2019, as we all know, has not been the best year for everybody. I mean, has 2019 been a good year for you gentlemen so far?
No.
Same response, nice snicker.
And you snicker. Ooh.
Man.
So lots of crappy things happened. Some good things happened this year, but unfortunately the bad things that happened are pretty heavy.
Yeah,
pretty heavy and life-changing. Mikey, why don't you start off with...
I'm not starting.
You're not starting? All right.
I gotta collect my thoughts.
All right, so I suppose while I loudly and disgustingly sip my coffee, I'll start. So 2019 for me started off pretty much normal. You get to about February, and you come to find out the all-powerful Board Duel is moving down to Virginia. It's like, ooh, that's rough. And then it ended up being quicker than anybody expected. I think it was like maybe a week after he told me that he moved. It was something like that.
It was quick.
Now, in that time period, we also lost a friend, not by choice. She was taken away from us actually a few days prior or subsequent to Board Duel leaving. I think it was yes, she left us, unfortunately, not by choice, again. And then Board Duel left, so that was a really crushing March. And had some family things go on throughout the months and stuff like that, and then you fast forward to September, and in particular a little over a week ago, almost 2 weeks ago, and I found out that the place that I have been employed at for almost the past 6 years unfortunately will be shutting down. Just our store. The other two sister stores will still be open in their respective locations and stuff, which is, cool for them, but shitty for us, because, there's a few of the guys going to a couple of the other stores because it's more convenient and it's closer for them. Unfortunately, which is not an option for me because my car has like 195,000 miles on it. You know, it's an '05 vibe. Not in the greatest shape. That was almost Trump-like. Yeah, the greatest shape. Yeah. Winter's coming, and I can't put the miles on the car. Unfortunately, it's just not feasible, and especially since I have zero money in the bank, I'm absolutely terrible with money. If anything happened to my car, I would absolutely be shit out of luck. So, you know, now I am... Tomorrow will be my last day with the company, and then after Monday, they are shutting their doors in this town for good. So, it's been a rough ride. I really nothing lined up. You know, but it's just... I think it's been like a tough year all around for everybody. And we were kind of knocking this idea around last week. Just because I know that with all three of us, you know, we all see each other outside of the podcast. Like, you know, we're actually all friends outside of the studio. The studio, my room. The studio room. But, you know, so we were kicking around just the idea. I forget how it came up, but it was just, I think it was just a culmination of us bitching about stuff. And it was like, you know, 2019 has not been a good year.
No.
Everything we complained about was pretty much happened this year, so.
Yeah.
Yep. It's.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know. And luckily, you know, there's only like me and two other dudes that have no idea what we're doing. But you know, we'll survive. We'll get by. Make that sweet YouTube oh, what? Well, there's that.
Now we'll never sponsor.
Now we'll never. Yeah, I know. So that's about bringing up and all my whining and bitching on my end. Mike, you have anything? Tumbles, you have anything you want to add to the Whine-a-thon 2019?
Not really. Don't have. I mean, it wasn't. It's the same as last year. Sucked. So you know.
Fair enough. How about you, Mr. Millennial?
Get into it.
Yes, please.
My best friend also moved about 4 or 5 hours away.
Ooh.
In January, so that was rough. Haven't seen him. Saw him once this year. Yeah, shitty. Parents getting divorced, turned pretty messy. And then of course, the she who
shall not be named.
Shall not be named. Incident. That really just kind of put in a pin for 2019 being the worst year.
That was pretty brutal, man. I felt really bad for you.
It was really shitty.
I mean, and to your credit, dude, your bounce back time was like absolutely incredible. Like you were in the pits for, I want to say, like maybe 3 weeks, maybe a month, something like that.
No,
and you were right.
I was a wreck for.
Was it before that?
It was at least 4 months.
Was it really?
Yeah,
I have a very terrible conception of time.
Same here.
No, because like I broke down just when he asked me how I was doing, just because it was so fresh. Yeah, so that was. Well, I was still pretty bad for a few months.
But you're great, man. I mean, Look at you now, bro. You're 100. You know, you're a complete 180, man, which is awesome.
Yeah, better job, better girl.
Way better girl.
Things are working out.
And you got some cool art.
Yeah.
Which we'll be premiering this coming month on HefTV.
Ding.
Nice! You got Tumbles with the ding in there. And by the way, we just became easier to find on YouTube. All you gotta do is type into your friendly neighborhood search bar, youtube.com/HefTV. I know, Tumbles, you like that one. That's why I keep saying that
friendly
one.
neighborhood search bar.
I thought that's what you were saying. You had to type in. Like you had to start saying your friendly neighborhood HefTV.
Yes, you do. Yeah, that's exactly right. But so it's easier to find us now, which is really cool. Yeah, you bounced back, Tumbles. You've been in a great mood for a while now.
Yeah.
You know, which is really good, and it's good to see everybody doing so well.
Yeah, it only took 10 months.
Yeah, well, you know, that's
Better
true.
late than never.
That's true. And in the overall scheme of things, it's like 10 months is a long time, but like comparable to going through like years of that crap, like that's pretty good. So there's hope even for the darkest situations. Is I think what I personally want everybody listening, all four of you out there, to take away from this, is that it will get better. Chances are it's going to get worse before it gets better, but it will get better. It absolutely will.
As I always say, you can't get any further than all the way down unless you burn a shovel.
Yep.
Which, I brought a shovel.
I was like, where did you get that from? That's not. I don't even have a shovel.
You know.
No, that's why I'm at. Okay, you know, I'm done. This line of questioning is getting ridiculous. But you know, we actually kind of all had each other, which was really good.
Yeah,
I
you
think
helped me a lot.
I think. Well, I appreciate that, man, and we all help each other. That's what, you know. To quote Finn from one of my favorite shows, Adventure Time. Dude, homies help homies always.
Yeah, you could have called him Mike. What the hell?
Homies help homies. I like that.
Yeah, man, always. And that's the way. That's the way it's gonna be. We had him rolling with that last night. It was fantastic. And today on the way home and everything from the dump and everything, it was fun.
The dump? You mean the lava?
The what's that?
The lava? You mean?
No, not the lava dump. We go to a different dump. This one's not near the lava, because you know the lava is fire, bro. You know you don't want none of that. As we were coming back, we were doing it. It was fucking hilarious and stuff. You know what? What a great time to talk about. You know,
Oh man!
Speaking of dumpster fires, and this actually is 2 dumpster fires in one, which I really like, because you know how much we all love talking about Fallout 76 and GameStop. I don't know why the delivery was so dramatic on that, but I think it's all the coffee. I've had too much sugar this morning.
Power of the players.
Wow, yeah. Get that freaking... No, I don't have the magazine nearby. The Game Informer. Which I'm surprised we're still getting full issues of. It's like, there's like one guy writing everything. It's like, oh, this poor guy. He's probably one of the only people left there.
It's like he has to go in open. He's maintenance. He's everything.
He's late. He has to kick
boss.
his own ass. Yeah, this is to write himself up. Do you want to introduce this topic, Mike, and start it off?
Well, you guys know more about it than I do. Are we talking about the mold? Or
Mm-hmm.
are we
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
There's mold in helmets.
Yeah, there's mold in the helmets, and they want them back.
Millennial Mike, everybody, man. From the mouths of babes. So, what our good friend here is talking about.
That was descriptive. I like that.
I love Mike. So, for everybody who hasn't been paying attention, which is probably a lot of people, because apparently this isn't very newsworthy
I
for
just
everybody.
heard about it like yesterday.
I found out about it like when it first broke. It was Young Ye. I was watching his video and I'm like, okay, and he's like bugging out. They're talking about. So what's going on is there was a collector's edition of the T-51 power helmet armor. It was like a Nuka-Cola paint job. And it had gotten mold in it. What's up, bud?
No, just what
Oh, about Mike? Yeah.
They
want him back. So initial reports, there was like, and this was like preliminary information when the story first broke, was that there were like 20,000 units. They all had mold in them. He's loving on that. I love it. And there was a recall on them. And everybody started bugging out, thinking that it involved their collector's editions from the Duffel Kerfuffle, the West Tech bag one.
Oh my god.
Which, I know, that's a whole separate incident
man.
in and of itself. But the funniest thing is, it wasn't for those ones. It was just for the Nuka-Cola paint job ones. They were put out by GameStop. Go figure, exclusively, only available through GameStop. Bethesda really had nothing to do with any of it. And there were only 32 of these 20,000 units that were sold, that were all recalled. Like everybody was in touch with by GameStop, and the people that made the helmets are like, it's not our fault. They're like, we've never had a product that have mold. Like when we were in complete control of the distribution and everything. Because I guess after they made it, they shipped it to GameStop's freighting thing, where assumably the mold comes into the picture somewhere in there, and they're not sure how it got there. And each one was like $150. But at first, everybody's bugging out. You see Mr. Matty Plays with a gas mask on and stuff, and I'm like, mold is it doesn't have to. It's not like this billowy, fluffy cloud of just growing spores into the air and just I'm so gross and blue and green. It's dude, there could be like a little bit of mold in there, and that's enough to just be like, you know. 'Cause I don't know how they judge it, like parts per million, I would assume. No, but okay, so
that was it.
I don't know how they would judge the amount of mold in it, but you know, it's not crazy, and there are no more left. They recalled them all, and now I guess it's really not an issue. But at first, everybody's like making this huge deal out of it, and it's like, cool. Like,
Are they redistributing them? Do you know?
I don't think so. I think they're just recalling them, and then that's it.
Cutting their losses.
Yeah, cutting their losses and walking away. I mean, you figure they only got I don't even know what the math is on that, like 150 times 32. All right,
4,800. Wow, how you just came up with that answer 2 seconds.
You know, they call me the human calculator. Nobody calls me that shit. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna be the first one. I'm the human calculator.
Yeah, we swear it was not edited.
Not
or
in one
altered
bit.
in any way.
Yep. If it was, and you can prove it, Tumbles will give you his next paycheck. Sorry, Tums. You can't wave. They can't see you wave. You know, keep waving. So that's 2 and 1. Fallout 76 and GameStop. But it's really less Fallout 76. It's Fallout 76 related. Because it's, again, nothing really Bethesda did. And it's nothing the game did. I feel like I can't see you when I'm doing that. Yeah. I'm like trying to look through the pop sock. Yeah. There we go. I can see your beautiful eyes now. Yeah, so again, GameStop's fault. And I'm wondering if GameStop has to dole that money out. That's like, I mean, they're not exactly.
Well, you know what they're probably gonna do. They're probably gonna like ship them like it's like, oh, this is one free pass to sit at our tabletop, so we can turn into a tabletop store.
Yeah,
it's
one
like,
free.
oh, sweet.
Oh boy.
One free gaming session on Nintendo 64 where we turn into a retro store.
Boy, you're the best, GameStop. Oh, and I forgot to even mention that fact. About with the unemployment thing is like, here I am taking all these months, you know, and enjoying watching GameStop go down. Those motherfuckers outlasted me. The irony is not lost upon me, and that is just like, I get it, university, right in a plum basket, like very funny. But yeah, I'm still gonna take pleasure in watching GameStop go down because fuck them. That's why.
Right. Yeah.
Not the people that work there. Always made that explicit. Love the people, hate the company.
Yep. I hate GameStop too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if you have your head in the sand and you don't want to convert to, I guess, change, you're gonna.
It's too late. It's too late. They're just like, hey, let's hurry together. And again, there's not a lot of stores that are going to be able to accommodate this kind of stuff.
Who was it? I watched someone on YouTube the other day. And they were showing what the retro store is going to look like. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that's huge. I was like, that's massive. There's no way in hell that GameStop, they have to spend so much money.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but the bathroom thing, too. I think we brought up last week. Yep. It's like, you know, most of them, I think all of them just have the employee bathroom. There's no, like, public restroom in any GameStop I've ever seen. So what are they going to, like, just let, you know, somebody bop in there?
$5 to take a piss, $10 to take a dump.
Fuck. They're gonna charge them by the movement?
Yeah. So if they want to pee, it's $5. If they want to take a shit, it's $10.
Are they gonna have to upgrade to the pro if they want to like make it 3 or something?
It's $10 to take a shit, but when you go in the back, you have to scan your rewards card.
Dude, yes. Or if like, you know, you can go, but if you need toilet paper, sorry, man, that's the elite. I mean, there's a cloth in the corner. Yeah, there's an issue of Game Informer. That's about all it's good for now. I like that a lot, actually. Oh, man. Employees' hopes and dreams are in a bin next to it you can wipe with if you feel. Because pretty much life has done that already. Oh, man.
Yeah, no, you were saying last week that, like, GameStop is going to have to spend a ton of money just to turn them into these tabletop. It's not even worth it at that point.
Yeah, I just don't think it's planned out. Like, because they have to know what the base is going to be before they even do renovations. And they should know that it's not going to work. And so you're wasting what little money that the company has left in redoing all the stores, which are just going to shut down within a year anyway.
Yep.
Yep.
And it's ridiculous. And I honestly don't see them doing well. Maybe an initial burst of just curious people that are like...
Yeah, like the first month or something, just being like, hey...
Be like, oh, this is working. And then all of a sudden, I'll be... Well, either Jason is in the studio. That's right, the studio. Or I didn't put my phone on mute, which is probably the latter, or the right one.
Cell phone break.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no, we're all on our phones.
Oh, we're all on our phones. It's,
Yep.
it's Millennial Mike. I'm checking to see if there's anything good to talk about. You excited for the new season of Rick and Morty, everybody?
Oh, my God. My body
Me and my
is ready.
200 IQ are very ready for a show that you simpletons will never understand.
I like Mr. Poopy Butthole because he goes like this. Ooh, wee, Rick. That's about it. There's a pickle. That's the show. Wubba-lubba-dub-dub. Yeah, I'm excited for it. The IQ thing? Really? Did I miss something on that?
We're gonna kick his ass in the parking lot later.
Yeah, there's a parking lot? Wait, what the hell?
We're in the
They have like
studio.
employee parking and
In
stuff?
the studio, yeah.
The
Employee
studio.
parking. I have to go use the employee bathroom.
Oh, it was memes from
Scan your card.
last year and this year. It was
I
in
actually
order
think
to-
it's
in order
through
to
my
understand
help.
Rick and Morty, you have to have a 200 IQ.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that was a thing for a while.
If you have to, like, is that a real thing, or was that just like
It was just a meme.
somebody pulled that out of their asshole?
Yeah, it was just.
Yeah.
Oh,
I threw it out.
He did.
I threw out the membership card.
Well, your license will do. I don't even know if I have mine. I might have mine. I might have surrendered it to GameStop. I'm surprised they don't want them back. They're like, yeah, you were just leasing those cards. I'm sorry. I'm like, what? Fuck you.
I have my Morty Adventure card.
What is that?
I got it from the mystery box from Hot Topic.
How many adventures have you been on?
I've been on 10. I get a free Morty pick.
Wait, really? You get a free Morty pick?
Yeah,
Like
Morty.
a guitar pick?
No, my free Morty. I get a Morty. My
You get a
Morty
free
adventure.
Morty?
Yeah, I get my free Morty adventure.
Oh, you lucky bastard. What, you any plans, or are you just going to kind of make it up as you go along?
Make it up as we go along.
Oh, that's awesome. I want in. Wait. Yeah, I want in.
Here at HefTV, we only want the finest.
Yeah.
So we're in the studio currently right now. There's a parking lot in back where there is staff parking.
Yes.
No one has received any paychecks yet.
No, nobody.
See, my rewards card's right here in its own little holder in the wallet.
Oh, see, mine's right here.
His is better. Mine's
Mine has
Mine's
its own
a-
designated spot.
Yeah, mine does too. It's in the trash. I'm about to put it there. I'm not fucking using it again. I can't. You know, and it's sad because I really want to go back in there and see Mike. But I haven't been. I'll probably go Saturday after work. I'll have to reach out to him and see if he's working. Because I honestly can't see myself buying anything in there
Yeah, I don't.
anymore. I mean, maybe a controller, but I gave Marty my Ocean Blue one because he needed a new one because his kids busted up his other one, and I had two, and then my PUBG one I've like hardly used at all since I got it, which is really great because I got that like almost a year ago. But so I'm like, yeah, whatever. So unless it was like another controller, I mean, I don't really.
Not even then. We're still cheap. It's a $25 cheaper.
I actually went to Walmart.
Are
to
they?
get a controller.
Yeah, but I'm like that. I can't wait.
Yeah, no, I get
I'm
that.
so impatient. But I probably honestly go to Walmart or Target. Fuck Walmart. No,
Yeah,
God damn it,
Target.
Walmart's, yeah,
No,
Target.
Target's the one to go to. Walmart sucks.
And Best Buy's too far.
That's why it's far.
Although they are a pretty cool store, but there's closer ones. And I just, I can't justify. I can't see me giving GameStop any more money helping.
I'm just going
You know.
for the rest of the year because I already had my stuff pre-ordered and whatnot.
Oh, that's right, yeah. How's Chris doing?
He seems to be doing alright. I
Yeah?
didn't really talk to him too long last time I went there, but I'll be seeing him again in a couple weeks. So.
Yeah, tell him I said what's up. I mean, I could easily just pull out my phone and text him too.
Yeah.
So shame on me.
Yeah, shame on
And
me.
that's horrible. I'm really bad with that. In this like digital age, like I'm so bad with getting back to people on text and stuff, or just like people I don't see. It's like, oh, see ya, and then I'm like, you have their number. Like you can literally, it's not like writing a letter back in the day, or hell, even typing out an email. I can literally just move my fat sausage thumb around a little bit and say, hey, what's up? But I don't. You know why? Because I'm a bad person. or I'm just lazy. I'm gonna go with both. I'm gonna go a bad lazy, or a lazy bad person, or a bad lazy person. I'm so confused right now. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I want another dime in GameStop. I mean, if I want a game that's coming out, there's okay, not thousands. There's lots of other places that I could go to. If I want a Pop Funko, guess what? I could just go on Amazon. If I don't see me spending any more.
Yeah,
there.
and it'll be, it's tough. Even Christmas shopping, man. Which I hope I'm good by then. But Christmas shopping, and that's something that they're convenient for. Because that's like one-stop shopping for the boys. It's like, and I'll tell you, like, out of convenience with, ThinkGeek used to be the go-to every year. But now that's gone, so, excuse me. So now it's going to have to be like GameStop, which is cool, but, for how much longer is that even going to be an option? And then it's all online. But that's cool because then I'll have a better pick of stuff and all.
Isn't there a ThinkGeek and CrossGates?
No, they shut. ThinkGeek is done. ThinkGeek's been done for
Really?
a while. Yeah.
Damn.
I didn't think they were closing that store.
Yeah, I didn't think because it was recent that I was there.
Yeah, that
was
was still up.
couple weeks
No,
ago.
for real?
Yeah.
And CrossGate's almost
Yeah.
still open?
Yeah.
What, did they just shut down their online shit then?
They shut down a lot of most of their online stuff. Their online stuff did go to the GameStop website, but they kept some locations. I
Oh.
think that's what the deal was.
That's good to know.
They're still
That's
there.
real good to know.
They're still there.
Huh. All right, cool. Well, everybody go spend money at the ThinkGeek store in CrossGates Mall. That place is fucking sweet.
They've already gotten
Use
over.
code HefTV.
Yeah, HefTV,
10%
and they'll
off.
give you 100% off of whatever you want.
Could you imagine
This is not legally binding.
Could you imagine
HefTV
if
assumes no
somebody
responsibility
actually
for
did
any
that?
idiots that are dumb enough to do this. MSRP, whatever the fuck you want it to be.
That ThinkGeek store's already claimed like $150 from me.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's it?
Well, that was
Spend more.
that was in one sitting. I just dropped $150
Wow. In
yeah.
one sitting? All right.
Yeah. It was all the Pop Funkos that I got.
You spent $150 on Pop Funks? Wow. Good on you. I can see that, though.
I bought Pop. I think I bought like maybe 2 Pops this year.
That's it? Yeah, I've slowed down a bunch. I've actually been gifted more Pops than bought.
Yeah, I think I
Recently,
yeah, I
which is
think
great.
about half the Pops I bought this year were yours. So
That's true.
the whole one I gave you.
Yeah, no, you gave me a bunch of them. You gave me like a bag full of them.
Oh, I give you back. Well, I mean the ones that I got you as gifts.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's, I got those ones up there. I got that one there. These guys are like fucking everywhere. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'm trying to think. Oh, Halloween's coming, man. I can't wait.
Oh,
Dude,
speaking
I'm
of which,
ready.
I just saw the newest Halloween. The one from 2-3 years ago.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
the one they just remade?
Did you like it?
Yeah, I thought it was actually probably my favorite one.
I watched
honestly.
it again recently,
Ah.
and I went back to it, and I actually enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
hated it the first time I watched it, the one that with Jamie Lee Curtis in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it, hated it, and then rewatched it like 2 weeks ago with a completely open mind, and I loved it because the thing that it was, I think, the most difficult for me to get used to on the initial viewing was that it literally ignores every movie after the first one, after the original first movie, and after, decades of being inundated with sequels and lore and being somewhat consistent with the Michael Myers stuff. And some of that shit is all over the place, but, two things were always the same. It was like Michael Myers was always Laurie Strode's brother. You know what I mean? And then to come find out, in this one, it was just a real hard pill to swallow just because I had been watching those movies for so long. So I kind of, resigned to the fact that that's the way it was, and I watched it again. It was a pretty fucking good movie. I'm not big at all on the sequel names. Like Halloween Kills. I'm literally cringing right now. That I can't even say that.
Is that
and
what the
feel
next
good.
one is?
Yeah, Halloween Kills. Now, first of all, how the fuck can a holiday kill?
That's what the next one's called.
Halloween Kills, and then Halloween Ends will be the next two.
Do you know when the next one comes out? Because this one came out like 3 years ago.
No, this one came out this year. Last year?
Halloween?
Yeah.
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 Jamie Lee Cu-
Yeah,
that
the
was-
Jamie.
There's no way that was last year.
Yeah. Here,
Yeah.
let me get the real quick. Judy Poo Poo gonna prove Mike wrong. Millennials think they know everything. I'm just playing. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019.
2019. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. So it was like 2 or 3 years ago. That was this year, bud.
It was this year?
Yeah, it was earlier this year, man. There's not a whole lot of time between when films are in theaters to when they get out on physical media.
I just can't even remember it advertising this year.
Yeah, it's
Was it like January or something?
somewhere right around there. I couldn't tell you exactly when. I mean, I could, but I'd have to look it up, and I'm so lazy.
It had to be October last year. There's no way.
I don't know.
No, all right. It was October last year, and then the disc was released in this year.
Phone check
We're
in.
going way too hard on this one.
No, I'm actually interested now.
October 19th, 2018.
There you go. All right.
So here we go.
All right. So there we go. Yeah. Released in 2018, disc printed in 2019. Mystery solved. Good job, boys.
It was a good movie, though. I did enjoy it.
Yeah. And Tumbles, I'm assuming you did not like it at all by your reaction.
I only pretty much remember the original Halloween movie. Like, I don't remember too much about the spin-offs.
That's fine. So you were fine.
This was like number 2 for me, basically.
You said number 2.
Haha.
Yeah, poop.
Wow.
That'll be $10.
Where's my card? What didn't you like about it?
Pretty much like what you said. You didn't like the fact of how, like, it disregarded every other movie. I didn't like that at all.
Okay. Because I know a lot of people are split on it. There were a lot of people who didn't like it, but there's a lot of people who liked it. And from what I can tell, there's not a whole lot of middle ground on it either. Like, it was okay. Actually, I take that back. I think that was my initial thing. Was that I was like, well, there were some things they got right, and the things they did right, they got really right. I was like, but there were more things they did wrong, and unfortunately, that outshadowed the stuff that they did good. But then again, like I said, upon subsequent viewing, enjoyed it.
Like when his psychologist killed the cop and stuff. Like, I did not see that coming at all.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. He kills the kid. So it was fun.
No movie I hated too.
What's that?
Cult of Chucky.
Oh, I didn't even bother with that one. I didn't like anything pretty much after Child's Play 3.
Did you even see a movie though?
What, Cult of Chucky?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
No?
No.
You?
I saw that for the second.
Yeah, I only watched the first 3. It was after Chucky goes into the army with Andy, and I was like, I'm done after this.
No, I've seen them all. I don't think Cult of Chucky is the newest one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I didn't see. I saw all the other ones, but I forget about all except the first 2. Forget about the first one. The second one's the best one.
Yeah, I liked the second one a lot. You liked Cult of Chucky?
No.
Oh, you did not like? Oh, right, that's what you
not.
said. What, you did not like Cult of Chucky?
I didn't like it. I didn't find it. It was, like, he just doesn't
Scare you?
He just doesn't. And it's actually really funny that I bring up Chucky because in Dead by Daylight, he's supposed to be one of the new killers.
I know.
I'm like, what the hell is he gonna do? Is he gonna like stab people in the ankles and
yeah,
shit?
Like, on your toenails.
Like, seriously, like, I don't understand what the hell, like, what is he gonna do?
He was just never scary. He was like a cool novelty killer.
The good boy, was it?
Yeah, the good guys. Good guys doll. I guess they really could have stopped after the first one, because that actually would have been pretty cool, just as a one-off. 2 and 3 were enjoyable because that was like, you had to sequel it. I mean, even more so than, I guess it's gotten worse over the years, but if it made a little bit of profit, like back in the day, you were guaranteed a sequel. And then they just ran with it.
Yeah, that movie wasn't...
Yeah.
The movie was... I watched it and I'm like... that was like 2 hours of my life I'm never getting back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, alright, I could have spent that 2 hours doing something else that I don't care about.
Like watching the new Halloween movie. That was the chair.
Or watching GameStop try and make itself into tabletop gaming. So something else that's gonna fail.
Oh, man.
I like this one a lot.
Yeah, it's tasty, right?
Which one was this one?
Tangy. That's a Rove.
I'm still gonna beat Mike in the parking lot.
That's fine. He just, look at him. You can't beat that guy.
Dude,
Wonderful.
Hefty told me yesterday that I'm older than you. How the fuck?
Yeah, you're older than me. Did you not know that?
No.
Not until yesterday.
Until yesterday.
He was like, how old is Mike? And I was like, I think he's 21.
22.
22.
I'm like, how the hell am I older than
Yeah, you're older
him?
than me, dude.
He's a wee baby. He's a wee baby.
I'm just a kid.
I'm just a girl in the world.
It blew
On
my
my way
mind.
back to you.
It blew my mind when Hefty told me that. I was just like, wait, whoa, I'm older than him, and he's much more mature than I am.
And you're older than Borodul, too, aren't you?
How old is
Connor?
I think
Yeah.
Borodul's like 23, something like that.
Is
crap.
it really?
Yeah,
How
23,
older than you
24.
people?
I know. It's nuts,
I knew
right?
he was young. I didn't think he was that young. I thought
Yeah,
he was
he's
like
a young,
25,
he's a
26 or
young
something.
buck. Young buck.
How-
That's why I keep younger friends, because I steal y'all's souls and I suck on your energy.
Yes, I'm so glad Mike's going first. That's crazy that I'm older than both you and VD. Like, damn, how the hell?
Well, you see, what happens is they were born after you.
You see, when two people,
When two
love
people,
each other.
no, I was gonna say when
very
two people
much.
have absolutely no respect for each other, they kind of like. I think this is how it goes, like from the best of my recollection, and then you go to college.
Immediately.
Immediately, yeah. You're just like, I'm off to Yale. Sure, you're dragging the umbilical. We'll see you later. Good God, that got weird. So let's see. You got to work today. You get to go apple picking with a miss,
I do.
which is really cool. Did a lot of. Did you make some apple pie?
I'm gonna make some apple crisp.
Pie.
Make some apple crisp.
Ooh, there you
Yes. My aunt has this recipe that she gave my sister that is absolutely amazing for apple crisp. And it's like that's
go. Mine comes out more crisp, less apple. I'm just like, I don't know what apple crisp is. I gotta go. Meet me in the parking lot.
catch me outside. Remember that was relevant.
So I'm not.
Years ago.
I'm not exactly sure. Schedule permitting, of course, what is going to be happening with the podcasts coming up. Because, Mikey, do your accounting later. Come on. I'm not fucking paying you to keep an eye and make sure it's still recording. I am? Oh. All right, I'm an asshole. I forgot where I was going with that, too. Oh, yeah. So, not sure exactly. I'm going to try to be keeping it on Fridays. Again, not sure what's going to be happening, but I'll obviously be in contact with everybody every week and stuff like that. And we will definitely still be posting stuff. Don't you folks worry on HefTV. We're always going to we'll find a way so that you people can be entertained by us.
Life, finds a way.
Life. Oh, wow, that was actually a really good Jeff Goldblum.
Oh,
That was
no,
pretty
it
good.
wasn't. It was not at all.
It was life. Finds a way.
Finds a way.
Like having a t-shirt. That's how cool. That could have gone a whole lot worse. I decided to just stop it there so I don't have to get it in editing. Just be like, oh boy.
But speaking of Jeff Goldblum, they announced that they're bringing the original Jurassic Park cast back for Jurassic World 3.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep. I saw that yesterday.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually looking for, it might actually be decent.
I might go see that. I did enjoy the first one when it came out.
I enjoyed the first one.
I enjoyed the Weird Al Yankovic song. You know, Jurassic Park is frightening after dark.
Never heard it.
Someone shut the gate off in the rain. It's a parody of MacArthur Park, which is, you know what? I'm old. Don't listen. Forget it. So how about that local sports team, huh?
Sports?
I don't know.
We don't do that here.
No, we don't do
Steelers
that
are
here.
doing shit.
We don't do that here. I forgot you're the only one that follows sports out of any of us.
You follow sports?
Well, he does it like football time. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, it's like football time, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not huge into it. Like,
He's in-
I know all their stats and everything. I know who's the tight end. I'm just like, yeah. So Steelers are doing shit. 0-3, probably gonna be 0-4 this weekend.
How many Owens are there? There's 0-3 and 4. So where's 1 and 2? Are they all related?
We lost to the Patriots the first week.
He doesn't get it, does he?
No.
Okay.
The first week lost to the Patriots. Second week I don't really remember. We've lost every game that we've played.
Were you playing with them?
Man, you are good. How
I'd
do you
like
find
to
the
think
time?
so. I'd like to think so.
How do you find the time? Oh man, yeah. I'm trying to think of I still haven't seen Peanut Butter Falcon. That's something I'm looking forward to seeing, and I've not seen it yet. Shame on me. The new American Horror Story 1984. If neither one of you guys have seen any of the episodes yet, holy good God. It's like it was built for me. The show was built for me.
A camp,
yep, and it's a killer, and it's super gory, and it's super tropey, and it is so good. And it's got a great 80s soundtrack, and it is so good. I have to actually catch up. I'm off an episode. It airs on Wednesdays.
I barely have regular TV, so I haven't been able to watch.
Yeah, I don't have regular TV.
It sucks.
I mean, that's literally not the only way. You guys have computers and stuff, right?
Well, that means I would have to watch it illegally.
Well, no, because somebody watched it. So so think of it as you went over to this person's house days later, and they put it on the computer and have no commercials to it, and you can watch it. It's the same thing as being there right at the same time and watching it with them.
Yeah, so that would require me.
I'd be a terrible lawyer. What's that?
That would require me turning on a laptop, trying to get it back to working.
Or you could use your internet browser on your Xbox.
Oh, I was gonna say I watch way too much porn on my laptop.
Is it on Hulu?
American Horror Story? No, I think because it's just coming out. So it'd probably be on the FX Now app, which is definitely on the FX Now app.
There's an FX Now app?
Yeah.
What season are they on?
I couldn't even tell you. 1 million.
They're on number team 1 to 100. Somewhere
around there. Yeah, it's a nice even number.
What was last season?
Last season's was The Apocalypse.
Which was that? Was that the sequel to the Coven?
It had the Coven people in it. It was actually pretty good, from what I recall. God, you're making me remember a year ago, dude. Please don't.
You know what? Yeah, don't strain yourself.
I'm the smoke is starting to come out of my ears, and I'm like, oh no.
Isn't it season 8?
Maybe. I don't know. I just know them by name. I have no idea exactly which one it is. But it's good stuff. Checks it out.
Oh, definitely do that.
You should. It's fun. Real fun. So what else is going on, guys? Anybody got any great late breaking news or anything?
Pass.
Did I talk about the Sony thing?
No, not on mic yet.
All right.
Do you want to?
Yeah, but you want to go ahead?
Oh well, I mean, we already passed the GameStop thing, so
that's okay.
I have to backtrack.
So.
All right.
I feel like the four people
Sony is having an online store that's going to sell physical and digital games and hardware and stuff. And yeah.
Holy crap! It went into the green when you were talking. That has never happened. I'm using
the inside big boy voice.
He's using his big boy voice. Stop criticizing him. We're getting him there.
This way, Hefty knows that when I'm loud is when I want it to be on the podcast, and when I'm soft is the ones that he can edit out.
The green, as long as it's not in the red, that's good. I don't know. But so what does that mean for companies
Well, because earlier this year they took all digital sales away from retailers.
Every single retailer?
Every single retailer. You can't buy digital copies of their games.
Wow, really? So they only have the physical copies in place?
A few exceptions of new games that just came out. You can get download for them at the store. But,
wait, but isn't that pretty much what they do with physical copies now? There's no disc, it's just a code in the thing? Or is that only some games that I've seen?
That's only some games.
Oh, okay.
All of them have the disc in them except for just a few. But
I'd be pissed if that happened.
But now if they have store that does physical copies, they could just say, hey, retailers can't sell physical copies of our games.
That's true. I mean, financially, I guess it makes sense to Sony. They don't have to, they get all the monies then. That's interesting. I mean, now, this is a work in progress, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, they just announced that they're making it, so who knows when it's actually going to be a thing. But
okay. That's interesting. You got to keep us apprised on that situation, because...
Give me homework?
No, not yet. No, Mike, I'm sorry. No, just if you happen to see anything over the next few months. Then be like, hey, that sounds familiar. So, I got a good one here. Spider-Man will stay in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Apparently, after briefly breaking up, Sony Pictures and Marvel have found a way to get back in the Spider-Man business together. And this is from Variety. So we know it is a credible source.
Who the hell's Variety?
I don't know. It's where I'm getting it from, so they don't get me for plagiarism.
Credible.
I'm saying credible. Don't sue me. Yeah, I guess Friday the two companies jointly announced that Marvel and its president, Kevin Feige, will produce the third film of the Spider-Man Homecoming series, which is cool. Because I was going to be super bummed if that's how they left, Far From Home.
Yeah.
I would have been like, dude, you just doxed him, and now what? Nothing? Oh, that's it? Like, oh, that's like, you just made my phone go soft. I was really excited to see the next Spider-Man movie, which is rare for me. I'm not a big superhero guy, but...
I'm always excited for this.
I know, you love Spider-Man. Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. Tom Holland's going to be in it. Close to brokering a new agreement, which is really good. It's nice to see that all this crap, like, they're finally just like, hey, there is a whole lot of money. Why are we bitching? Oh, I'm sure there is some other nefarious reason that they're, like, getting this together. I'm sure they're, like, greasy-ass lawyers or in some background.
I'm sure Disney was like, all right, we'll take less.
They're like, I guess if we have to do it. Ha!
Twirling their
Take all that
mustaches.
shit! Ha! Twiddling their mustaches.
Twirling and be like, I guess.
Well, I guess so. Sweaters around their necks. Should be my hands around their fucking necks. Make this world a better place. And I have to strangle them too. It's a small world as well.
It's Tom! My God! It's Tom!
Can't you breathe? There's a guy raised $1 million for a hospital through beer money, right?
Oh my God!
Right?
Wow!
Through
And
through beer
did
money.
something.
Then his old racist tweets resurfaced.
Oh, God.
Delving more into this. So Carson King, apparently, this is from CNN.
Oh God!
Carson King raised more than $1 million for an Iowa Children's Hospital, born out of a request for beer money on national TV. But old racist tweets ended his relationship with the beer company that promised to match his fundraising. So Anheuser-Busch, go figure, a German company, because you know how tolerant Germans are, people.
Yep.
Anybody different. They had multiple... They announced they weren't going to be working with him after a couple of offensive tweets he did in 2012 when he was a 16-year-old high school student. 16 years old! And he's being held culpable for this shit now, which is ridiculous to think about. It said that he had multiple social media posts that did not align with their values as a brand or as a company, and they will have no further association with him. So the 24-year-old guy shot to fame when he appeared on ESPN's College Game Day program earlier this month, holding a sign that said Busch Light supply needs replenished, with his Venmo username. I don't know what the hell that is.
It's a PayPal kind of...
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so now he's donating it all to Children's Hospital. Donations poured in, and after buying one case of Busch Light, he said he needed to send the rest of the money to the University of Iowa Stead Families Children's Hospital. And initially, Anheuser-Busch and Venmo promised to match whatever King could raise. In now deleted tweets, they're basically they're cutting him off. They're gonna Anheuser-Busch is still gonna donate $350,000 to the hospital, but it's rescinded its beer offer. Instead, it's gonna add the value of the year's supply to its donation. It's the latest example of cancer culture. That's always been around, hasn't it? Cancel culture in which people, usually celebrities, are publicly shunned and boycotted after allegations of problematic behavior come to light. One huge, speaking of Disney and Marvel, thing comes to mind, and that would be Mr. James Gunn. when that whole thing happened. Now, if you guys don't know who James Gunn is at this point in the game, shame on you, because I've been like, let me bust out hipster heft here for a minute. Just fling my bangs at the way there. So I've been into James Gunn since Tromeo and Juliet. Since he used to work for Troma, which is like my favorite independent movie studio. He wrote Tromeo and Juliet. He had his brother in it, who has been in like all of his movies, Sean Gunn. And this, like, Troma is not known for their subtleties about anything. And they're very tongue-in-cheek, very, satirical, like, just, they push those boundaries. That's the way the movies are. And it was a few years ago, right, something like that, where, like, shit that he had posted, like, a decade ago or something like that came back and bit him in the ass. After the guy had, like, done, he's done Slither, he's done, the Guardians of the Galaxy, he did Scooby-Doo, and then he, over stuff he tweeted, which, again, was when he was working for Troma, so, of course, it was going to be, like, edgy and offensive, because most people don't remember, that's how shit was back in the, in the mid to, like, late 90s, early 2000s, and, like, it was, like, offensive was the thing. That was the deal. Look at Beavis and Butthead, South Park, all those things that came out of that time are just, like, boundary-pushing stuff. So this is the way it was back in the day. Now you fast forward to, these days where everybody's butthurt over every goddamn thing, and microaggressions left and right, and you can't say anything without pissing somebody off, you know what I mean? No, Mike's one of the good ones. Mike's not a snowflake. I mean, despite his...
I mean, if you know me, I'm pretty sarcastic all the time.
You're very sarcastic all the time, which is one of the things we love about you. It's, which is funny, because if you look at you, you're just a very unassuming guy.
I lure people in with my charm and handsome, boyish, good looks.
Yes.
And then call them a piece of shit and I make them feel bad about themselves.
Yeah, well, and that's how we met.
That's awesome.
And it was not at that glory hole in Schenectady that everybody thinks that's how we met. It was really how we met. But again, and then James Gunn stuff comes back. Disney drops him at, like, it's just like, yeah, dude, Guardians of the Galaxy, you're not doing it anymore, blah, blah, blah. And then, that kind of went around and people were kind of upset about that. And then they were like, oh, our bad. You can come on back. You can do more Guardians of the Galaxy. And I'm sure James Gunn is just like, excellent. Like, he knew this shit was going to happen, bro. But it's just absolutely ridiculous. And it didn't say what the racist tweets were that the guy put out. But, I mean, racism's bad, okay? Everybody sucks.
Yeah, don't
don't pigeonhole everybody.
You're
all terrible.
Group.
Everybody's terrible, me included.
It's just like, I'm not racist. I hate everybody equally.
No, racist is, and it's sad to think that in 2019 that's, like, still a dance, but apparently that's just something that is never going to change.
No, it's
and it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And yeah, that's crazy. But so just keep in mind, kids, don't put anything online that you wouldn't want the whole world to see.
After you're famous and successful.
Like us.
Yeah.
And rich, like us.
Just rolling in that sweet YouTube money.
Sweet YouTube money.
I think I actually have the...
It's like, yeah, no, I have, like, a lot right here. Look at those. Hundos. I think that's a 6.
Is that $1,000 bill?
That is $1,000 bill.
I have what I've made so far with YouTube.
Just so everybody can see what the note was that I actually pulled out of my wallet. It says on it, tater tots and waffle maker, then used for breakfast with cheese and egg. That is the kind of shit that I have in my wallet. I am a fat guy. This is so embarrassing. Oh, Tumbles actually has real money. Look at you.
Yep, this is actually what I have seen so far from this.
That's put that away. Mike's right there, man. He's gonna get pissed.
You're getting paid for this?
Oh, look, Mike. Here, look. We put your stuff on a gift card here. Hold on, I'm sure I can find it for you.
Here, we'll both have $1.
Here, hold on. Here you go. Oh, dude, that's the guy that gave me his card. No kidding. He gave me that card, like, a long time ago. He came in and was, like, talking to me and gave me this card. He's like, yeah, I'm opening a place over where they open this, at the beer garden. Well, that's interesting. That is interesting. Okay.
It's a good place.
Fortune hath smiled upon thee, HefTV, for thou hast found the chord of possibilities. I'm in tabletop mode today, bro. I'm going with this coffee, boy. I cannot have this much sugar before, like, noon.
I think you'd make a good dungeon master.
Here, it's you know who makes the best goddamn dungeon master, and you would never guess? Tui.
Really?
Tui, I wish I knew where all this stuff was. This dude made maps of, like, dungeons and created, like, this. Unfortunately, it's one of the reasons we stopped playing, because it would take so long to do. Tui was the best DM I have ever had the pleasure of playing with. Great storyteller, very thorough with stuff, understands the game. It was crazy.
You want to play D&D sometime?
I absolutely do. I use Tui might not. Tui probably would say no to that. I would love to play D&D. He's just past it, man. He's past it. He's still got all his stuff though, so maybe let me try to. And I know he's listening to this. Not right now, but I know he will be listening to this. So Tui, we'll throw that out there now.
Man, I am...
Nerd, yeah, that's right.
I am very sad, and the only way that I can be happier is if I played D&D, and the only way I can play D&D is if Tui was, in fact, the Dungeon Master. So my entire happiness and meaning for life is resting on his shoulders.
Wow, no pressure, Tui. Nerd. Wow, if you're out there. Yeah, we're nerds. Oh, I'd bust out my stuff that's like over there, but I'd bust out my dice sack and my notepads and stuff. Boy, look at this though. Hold on, let me show you. I don't know why I went Joe Guerrero there for a second. So here is some of my stuff for my secondary character, who is a tiefling devoted cleric. Oh, we're nerding it up now. All you neckbeards listening are like, yes, tell us about ever-burning torch. Yes. So I have stuff for, there's her name, obviously. We've got all her stuff here. Oh, that's my stuff from Gamestop. If you would kindly, sir, thank you. There's all my my info for GameStop. I can't believe I still have that in there. And then I also have, I'm not sure if it's in this one. Oh no, that's my other one. But I have like cards. I have like other flip notebooks like full of stuff that are like chronicling battles that we had done and stuff. I freaking love D&D, man. I was bummed when we stopped playing. They ended up doing one, and it was Christmas Eve years ago, and they ended up doing for Christmas Eve. They busted out the table. Tui and Eddie and I picked back up after I think like 3 years, and just did a one-night session. It was so much fun, and then that was it. But now knowing that your happiness rides on his shoulders, maybe Tui will be a little more inclined.
I'll even bring the beer.
He'll even bring the beer. We used to do that too. We used to have like a tin Corona like thing, and we'd put ice and beers in it. We'd go right in Tui's room, and we'd have the round table set up, and we'd have all our stuff. The whole table would be full. We'd have the boards. We'd all have our mini characters, and we'd all have our index cards lined out, our notebooks open good, our hardcover books, and let me see what kind of moves. And Tui would have like all the stuff. We have tons of books on this stuff, bro. Spent a lot of money. And it was interesting, the reason I got into it, I mean, I always kind of liked D&D, but when we quit smoking altogether back in, like, 2013, and I needed something to take my mind off of it and, like, misplace my money. So, D&D it was, and that was something that Ed and Tui were interested in, so we just fucking went balls deep and bought, like, spent loads of cash down at Flights of Fantasy, and I never looked back. And all my shit is in, like, mint condition. I'm a nerd. Sorry, Thomas just sitting there like, I can't believe this guy. But yeah, D&D is fun.
I hope something comes of it, because I'd actually be really excited.
Me too. I play, I'll show you afterwards. I'll dig out my stuff. But yeah, I would love to play again. Go ahead, Tom. You got something, baby. What's up?
No, nothing. I was kind of reacting to you guys talking about D&D.
Never been exposed to this level of like nerditude before.
No,
it's insane. And I'm not even that bad with it, bro. I mean, there's some people that like. There's some people, bro.
There are some people.
You know what I mean? And you know what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about. But yeah, no, it's super fun. Tumbles, you actually might have a lot of fun with it. There's a lot of math involved, a lot of numbers and stuff, but it's a lot of fun. I love that stuff.
Just thinking about
it's a lot, dude. You have to play with your imagination. You literally have to.
You can do anything you want.
Yep. As long as you
roll the dice.
Yeah, that's right. As long as you roll the dice and you can clear it. Yep. Memories.
Update on the Spider-Man thing real quick. They're just doing the last movie.
And that's it? And they're calling it quits?
That's the deal that they have so far.
It's just to make the one movie and that's it.
For right now.
Well, I guess it's better than nothing.
No, it's a good because you suck leaving Spider-Man the way it did.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Just totally hang. Did you watch Spider-Man Far From Home?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah, that was the one where he
we had Mysterio in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they couldn't just leave it like that. I was like, But that is good to know. That is good to know. It only took, a month to hammer it between people. So stupid. But that's business for you, I guess. I suppose, yeah. Trying to think. Oh, I'm getting a copy of It in the mail, which is super cool, the book, because I have not read that in forever. And honestly, I'm building my Stephen King library, and that is probably going to be the first book I tackle, just because it's so long. But I've been aching to read this forever. And of course, special shout out to Ed Wees, who's going to be mailing it to me. I appreciate that, buddy. You're awesome. Excited, and that'll probably, hopefully, light the fire under my ass to get reading my other books. I have The Shining, and I have Pet Sematary, and I have the Nightmares and Dreamscapes anthology, and the Skeleton Crew and stuff. I got a lot of books that I haven't read. There are actually books over in there, Mike, beneath all that stuff.
Pet Sematary, I think I'll read next. I still have a lot to read of it, but I'm only a couple hundred pages.
Good stuff. Tumbles, you should read. You do read. You're just selective with your reading, right?
Very.
Only kind of what.
Very selective.
Yeah.
If it looks like it would interest me, then I will read it. If it doesn't, there's no way in hell.
Not even gonna give it the time of day.
And as long as it just interests me, as long as I think it'll be a good book,
Oh no, the Dreamcatcher?
No, I'm more like a dream ruiner. Mikey, shut up, Mikey.
Oh, you even got the burp in there.
Yeah, I tried.
I have a few books that I got from Loot Crate and stuff that I've never even touched because it didn't look that interesting to me.
But you still have them though, right?
I do still have them. Yeah.
So you can always go back to them if you feel if you're ever super bored.
And so my top drawer, my dresser, which has my Xbox on it, is all my Zelda encyclopedias, which I can happily say this, I now have all three.
Do you really?
I have the green, blue, and red one.
Oh, wow.
Yep, and then I have the one that I got generic on that comes in that NES sleeve.
Yeah, that one's nice. Now, is it all the same stuff on the inside, just different covers?
Each book covers different things. I think.
Oh, that's cool.
I think the red one, it covers items and weapons and stuff. I think the green one, goes into detail about the Zelda timeline.
Okay.
And the blue one, I think, is I forget what the blue one is. But I have all three of them now, so I have that. I have my Death Note. I have a NES one. I have a shitload of video game. I had The Last of Us, the art book of The Last of Us, which is amazing.
Still have that Fallout 4 art book you gave me, that thick ass hardcover one, bro. Shit is nice. You got it for me, I think, at Genericon.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I always forget about it till I open my drawer and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. It's a nice ass book.
Yeah. Because every year that when I go to Genericon, there's always a dude. He's there every year.
There's always a dude.
He has these
It's always a lighthouse.
Always a lighthouse. Nice. Nice. BioShock reference, bro.
Thank you.
BioShock Infinite, to be more specific, if we're being super nerdy. I'm sorry, Dumbles, continue.
So good. And yeah, it's just pretty much like what we saw that one time when we went to Replay, where they had those white boxes and all the comic books in it and stuff.
Oh yeah, the long boxes.
Just
yeah.
like that, except they're like the art books of video games and stuff.
That's insane.
Yeah. He's there every year. He's the dude's awesome.
Wow.
I've dropped a lot of money at that before. Like there was one time where
his wallet shivers when it knows Genericon is coming up. It's like, what the hell was that?
Like, I actually bought a new wallet from him, actually. But then, no, was it last year? The year before last year, I purchased this one Zelda encyclopedia, the green one, I think. And then I was like, I kind of want more, so I got like 3 more from them, and one of them was the Fallout one.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the guy is like super nice.
They'll probably be there this year.
Yeah, which I'm like,
that's awesome.
When is it this year?
I'm not entirely sure yet. They announce it every year, like around like a few months beforehand, so that way people can.
It's got to be coming up then. I mean,
I think it comes up around Easter time, around there.
Oh, it's for next year. All right, I thought you said it was this year.
Well, yeah, next year. Yeah.
I've never been.
So I'm super excited to go this year. I can't wait. Because last year, did I even tell you last year I met Veronica Taylor? Yeah, Veronica Taylor last year.
He has no idea who that is.
That's that.
Pikachu's voice or Ash's voice.
Ash's voice for the first.
Oh, the voice actor.
The first 3 seasons, yeah. It was awesome. I met her and I was like, I just need to give you a hug.
She's like, whoa.
Hey, bro.
Come here, dude. Bring it in, bro. It's like, you know what? I think I'm good. I think I'm good on that.
It was awesome because, like, the building that she was in, I was in that same building, except I was watching a Bioshock playthrough. Because
great game.
Have never played Bioshock.
Oh, that was my next question, dude. Do yourself a flavor.
And
a flavor. Do yourself a flavor. And,
do yourself a flavor.
And I was watching this one guy. What's it? It was a walkthrough, and I forget who it was, but like they were hilarious as hell. There were times where I'd have the entire room myself, so I'd literally just lean back in the chair, kick my feet up on the table, I didn't care. There was nobody in the room that was watching. There was, but they fell asleep. So I was just like, oh, I'll kick my feet up, watch this. And then I looked at the clock and I was like, well, time to get over to that Veronica Taylor thing. So like I waited, like I walked out of the room and the line was already starting to form. And I was like, whoa. I was like, I'm getting this shit now. And sure enough, I think within 20 minutes of me getting in line, the line was like out the door down the ramp into the next building. So I was like, ooh, so glad I got. But every single year, and there's someone who always dresses up as Jason. It scares the fuck out of. And like I saw him there last year and the first year that I went, but he goes every single year. He dresses up like Jason, and he is phenomenal. The outfit literally looks like Jason, and he will be outside the convention building, standing on the sidewalk, just staring into one window, and he will stand there for hours, and he'll just stand there and look at the people in the convention building. It was like 3:30 in the morning.
Does he have like a brown leather trench coat on and like he's doing something underneath it while he's looking in at all the people? And 'cause I've seen that guy. We call him Uncle Slappy.
It's so creepy.
Y'all don't know Uncle Slappy? It's just me.
The first year that I saw him, it was about like 4:00 in the morning. My buddy Darian, actually, the first one who introduced me to Genericon, was like, "Oh, I'm going to get pizza." So he went to go get pizza at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Came back and he kind of came back in a hurry, and I was like, "That." I was like, "Oh, like what? The Troy Street scary?" And he was like, "No, dude. There's someone outside." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" So I look outside, and sure as shit, dude, there was a Jason on the sidewalk just staring into the convention building. I was like, "Yup, either that is someone who loves Genericon, or we're all gonna die."
You should have done like some pressed ham action up against the thing and be like, "Hey, Jason, check out my Judies."
But I know that he's he goes to Genericon because the first year that I saw him, I saw like the little bit of the necklace that had the con badge on it. But dude,
yeah, pretty sure Jason, the real Jason, doesn't need the badge.
Yeah, pretty sure does.
He'll just roll up.
But, whew.
So here we got. Speaking of pieces of shit, I don't know how. that's literally the only segue I had. I was like, I don't know how to do this. We're just gonna. So I was just reading this. This story broke about 17 hours ago. As a 92-year-old Colony woman scammed out of $9,000. So this is from News 10. Credible source, reliable source. Police say scammers took advantage of an elderly woman this week, swindling nearly $10,000 in cash. The woman, who didn't want to be identified, which makes sense,
Makes perfect sense.
says someone called her pretending to be her grandson. Now, the man was crying, saying he was in jail and it would cost $9,000 to bail him out. She says she thought she spoke with a public defender who instructed her to take a taxi to the bank, withdraw cash, and close it in an envelope and wait for a courier to come pick it up.
Oh my god.
Because that's standard practice when you go to bail someone out of jail.
Completely,
it's like,
yeah.
you know, and the cab was like Scummy's cab company. It's like, it says the scammers kept her on the phone as long as possible and instructed her not to tell anyone else. A lot of red flags that probably should have been raised here. She followed their directions and gave them the cash. And police say they captured the man who came to the towers of Colony to pick up the money on surveillance camera. Investigators are urging anyone in a similar situation to slow down, ask the person calling a lot of questions, and double check with others before doling their money out. Now, that sounds like sound advice. But if you're a 92-year-old woman, and I hope I don't make it that long, dude, because I just can't imagine my quality of life at 92 would be anything wonderful, you know? So, for somebody of that age to just, like, probably very confused, very, like, naive, you know what I mean? And just, like, it's I can see how she would do it. I mean, again, like, several red flags would have been raised. And the worst part is that somebody was like, this is a good idea, and it actually worked. They got like almost 10 G's out of this poor little old lady, which is absolutely disgusting. Now, I like scammers. I mean, I can't stand them. When they would call work, I would fuck with them. Call them Ben Chodes and all that good stuff. And thank you. I can't think of the. Tech scammers. Scammer Revolt. Thank you.
Wouldn't the grandma get in touch with his parents?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
One point in time before this.
And not only that, but yeah, exactly. Like, why would he call the parents? I mean, and again, the grandmother should have just asked more questions. And I hope they catch this guy. And I hope they throw the friggin' book at him. And I hope this woman gets her money back. I don't know. It's just terrible, man. That guy obviously does not listen to the show. Because he is not going out there and doing good things.
Said, hey, Dad.
That was very sad.
It was very sad. It was very unfortunate.
Yeah, I guess I was hearing they had to, like, basically rewrite the movie around his passing because they had, like, one scene filmed with him in 3 from Hell, and then he left, and then he had, like, his fall and stuff like that, and then he passed, and I guess Rob Zombie had to, like, rewrite everything around it. So, just like House of Thousand Corpses, when that went through a ridiculous production hell, and like it was just, that movie seemed cursed, and it's just ironic that the last one is like has problems too. It sucks. It's got to be tough to be Rob Zombie. It really has to be tough to be Rob Zombie. But yeah, Sid, hey, we're gonna miss you, buddy. You were awesome as Captain Spaulding, and yeah, we're gonna miss you, buddy. Thanks for providing decades and decades of entertainment to people, and we love you, and we will miss you. Mikey probably has no idea who Sid Haig is. It's okay.
What?
He's never seen. Mike's not a horror guy.
Not that big on horror.
And we love him anyway.
I don't know why.
You love him anyway.
I said, wow!
I was ready to
You know what? No more coladas for you. I'm sorry. I have to go.
No, Mike, don't go. Tumbles can go.
Yeah.
No, you're staying. You're pulling overtime today. You have to sweep the parking lot.
Yeah, damn it. Come on, why can't we just get a freaking leaf blower?
I don't know. You know, because then we need, like, more YouTube money. And we're not making any. I mean...
So how do we have a parking lot?
I don't know. I was a little worried about that. I think
Fair
we
enough.
just... It's like we annexed it.
Oh.
Yeah. I guess so.
I was sad I can't find that sign.
The sign. Yeah, I was like, I can't tell what he's
You're
looking at.
never going to.
I was looking at my severed head up there in Jason's arms. It's a sweet. That's a sweet
Never go
sign.
find
Yeah, the dust.
it.
This place is so friggin' dusty.
I'm in the clean room yesterday, like taking the like Swiffer wet, whatever that it is, on my walls and just cleaning my walls off and my ceiling off and shit. But I totally forgot to. I just.
Man, you got to tell that again. That story was unbelievable. Hold on, Mike. Are you listening to this one? Hold on. Tumbles. Back to one.
Dude.
Oh.
So, yeah, I know.
Dude, telling the story, and it's not very exciting. You knew that was coming. You knew that was coming. Mikey, would you please push my button?
That was a good one.
I'm leaving that in there. All right, let's see. What are we looking at time-wise over there?
120.
Ooh, nice. Well, I mean, I really don't have anything else. You guys have anything else to talk about? I thought I would go on longer with the work thing, but I really didn't have all that much to say
Yeah, we
about
planned
it.
on talking about 2019 being longer. It was like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was like 5 minutes. And you know what it is? I think a lot of it is I just don't want to relive it. I don't want to retell the stories.
Yeah,
I just want to kind of give the synopsis and let you know it's kind of a crappy year so far. But it has potential. And I guess I kind of got to take my own advice, like I said in the beginning. It's like it will always get better. And it'll probably get worse before it gets better. But
I mean,
it will get better.
On the bright side, there's only 2 months or 3 months of 2019 left.
Yeah,
so.
don't remind me. Because if I'm broke for Christmas, I'm blowing Tumbles' brains out. No, you don't get that anymore. Give that away. Yeah, no. So, yeah, that was actually kind of funny. I thought Tumbles is like, yeah, I got a free ride this week. And Tumbles like, oh, I have to do stuff. Well, fuck it, might as well. All right, Tumbles, any more craziness? I feel like we're leaving something out. I really feel like we're leaving something out that we had talked about.
No.
Mikey, anything from you, buddy?
No, I got none.
And you used your big voice. Ha! You used your big boy voice today.
I tried.
It was good. I was very proud of you. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I know it's kind of out of character, and anybody who doesn't really know Mikey, he is a very, very soft-spoken individual, unless you piss him off. But even then, he gets like above a dull whisper. I think. I think that's about as pissed off as he gets. But we love him because he's adorable. Guys, as always, thank you for being here, and we're still gonna chill because we got a little bit. So,
Kick Mike's ass, actually.
I was gonna order pizza and wings for us, but I spent it all on the parking lot. So, sorry guys.
Cool, that's what we're going to go
It was either that or the parking lot. I'm like, well,
I'll start, all right, Mike, let's go.
oh no.
Wait, where are my shoes?
Legs are downstairs.
How are you gonna live today?
Yeah. Guys, again, thank you guys for coming. We love you guys, and we'll be here next week.
I will not be here.
You will not be here
I
next
will
week?
not be able to make it.
Really?
So Alyssa's getting her tattoo, and I told her I would go with her.
Oh, dope. What's she getting?
Where's she?
She's getting a Bioshock tattoo.
Oh, what? Where's she going?
Needleworks. She
Ah.
has one of her girls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I hate
I hate needleworks too.
needleworks.
Huh.
Dude, I would say go over to True Tattoo and tell Casey that you know me, because Casey did
I would
conquer.
just go to Iron Buddha if I had a choice.
That's where I've gotten all of my tattoos done.
Those guys are good.
Wow. Not sponsored, but good to know.
Casey
Anybody in
was the
upstate
one
New
who
York?
did that.
I'm gonna
So.
get myself in tattoos soon. I only got one this year.
It's okay.
I got 9.
I got none. I got none this year. Hooray!
Got the one that from your favorite game. Let me tell you, when I first got this, it hurt like a bitch.
Yeah, imagine it's on your fucking hand.
He just likes looking at his hand.
Like, I mean-
because he used to do it before, but it was different when there was no tattoo on it, and he'd just look weird being like this. It's like, dude, you're not wearing a watch. He's like, I know. Yeah. He's watching his hair grow on the back of his hand.
But it really hurt, like, right there. Like, here, it didn't really hurt because there's a vein going right through it. In case he was like, are you sure? And I'm like, dude, let's do it. I'm like, so long as I don't bleed out and die, I don't care. No, do whatever you can to have her not go to needleworks.
No, she has her guy there, and she
you-
went to him for. She has a giant piece on her left thigh too, and it's actually really, really well done.
Is this a game piece too?
No, it's a.
I understand.
If you guys
It's a
want to
person
find out
dressed
more
as-
about Mike's girlfriend's tattoos and where they are, please tune in next week to the show. Oh, wait, you can't because Mike won't be here.
Please tune in 2 weeks from now to the show.
2 weeks from now to the show when we'll be back with Millennial Mike. Tumbles and I will take the reins next week and somehow try to manage without you. It's gonna be tough.
I'm sure you guys will.
It's gonna take us back. We were talking the other night. We love how this has come along, where you're just in on it.
Yeah.
I actually really like doing
There
this.
was
We
a
love doing this. Like, it's a lot of. We look. I mean, I've always looked forward to it, but this is great. We were talking about it yesterday.
Yeah, we were like, he just like showed up with drinks for us, and something is vibrating.
With you, I don't even want to know what it could be. You're sitting on your phone.
Oh, get a phone call. 1877. Oh, yay.
Who is it?
Hopefully a scammer.
Oh, put it on speakerphone.
Hello? Hello? Okay. Alright, apparently
Today, thank you for choosing to enroll in the Essential Plan with United Healthcare's community.
it's my insurance.
Oh, it was your insurance? I was like
It's my
ready to rip
insurance.
these people up.
Well,
I hate
they
when it's
come
not real
from...
people.
Yeah, I know. I know, because you can't yell at them. Well, guys, again, thank you for tuning in. And like I said, Millennial will not be with us next week. We will miss him because we absolutely love him. It'll be me and Tumbles. But in the meanwhile, guys, go out there, do good things because nobody else is going to. If everybody did one good thing for somebody else each day, this world would not be such a bad place. From everybody here at HefTV, we love you and thank you very much, and we'll see y'all later. Do go say goodbye. Go to lick on Tumbles' butt crack. Do. We should not be allowed.
Now, Mike, am I gonna get yelled at if I ask to see the tattoo when it's done? Because I understand it's your girl and everything.
Oh, I'm leaving that in there.